How to optimize your LinkedIn profile so it grabs all those potential clients from the entire network and brings them to you. This is something that we're going to talk about in this specific video. My name is Artem. I help SEOs with client acquisition, lead generation, just doing everything SEO business-wise. And I'm going to show you a few examples in this video, and I'm also going to go over the important points which will help you to make a killer LinkedIn profile. So there are only three must-haves really. So the first one is that your profile must look good and welcoming. Second, it has to relate to your target audience, and then it must act as a landing page. So without further ado, let me show you what exactly I'm talking about using my example in my profile. So here we go. So first of all, it has to be visually attractive. What I mean by this is that your photo, like the one that you take here, your headshot, it actually must be a headshot. It shouldn't be somewhere where you're standing with your sunglasses, or like you're really far, or there's a shade, or you're wearing a hat. Like, think about it as a glorified passport photo. So where you can actually smile, and you should be smiling. Like the photo here that I'm using is not really ideal, and I'm actually going to show you something that is called photo filler. So the reason is that your headshot is the first thing that whoever is checking out your profile looks at. And you can think like whatever you want, but the reality is that it's what we look like, that what makes the impression. So if you're standing out there, you're smiling, you're being professional, and you can wear a suit, wear some glasses, like all these things, all these accessories, they genuinely affect the perception that you have on other people. Yeah, so how they see you, that is really, really important. We're going to show you this photo filler thing. And so here's this photo, on LinkedIn that I have. So you can see that it sees me like I was using it for optimizing my dating profile, but it works the same way, because sales is essentially like dating, okay? So as you can see, I'm like 8.5 smart, 5.5 trustworthy, 7.1 attractive. The moment I have my teeth slightly out there, like the moment I'm smiling a little bit, like properly with my mouth open, I start getting higher scores on trustworthiness, okay? And actually attractiveness as well. Like smart, I'm killing it with smart here, wearing the semi-suit kind of thing. And the moment when I have my teeth further like open up, like see I'm smiling even further, my trustworthiness goes through the roof almost. Attractiveness also is higher up. And you again see the difference, like I'm not smiling here, I'm not showing my teeth. So the trustworthiness and smartness actually go down. That's very, very interesting. So my point being, it's like, go smile, and look attractive and smart and trustworthy by using something what is called Duchenne smile. I'm going to show you. So there's this Biden. The Biden is really, really good with this Duchenne smile, and you can actually see this, like the way he's smiling with his eyes, with his teeth, lip corners, pulling them up, so on and so forth. Like I'm stopping it here for this, like for so long in this specific video, because it's just so important. And chances are you're not going to take any action on this, but I'm telling you, the moment you change your headshot image, make it as attractive as you possibly can, the whole perception of your profile will change, and you will actually like it better yourself. Once you do that, the second thing people look at is your banner. And there are like two schools of thought there, what kind of banner you should create. So some people say you should create a banner where you're portrayed as an expert, like you're standing there during a presentation and you've got your like attention of the entire audience, and everybody's looking at you and you're just presenting something. So you're like this #1 expert, okay? Or there's the second school of thought, which I belong to, which is like, it's calling out your target audience. In my case, I'm focusing on my SEO family, so I'm helping my SEO family get more clients with predictability from LinkedIn by helping with sales, lead generation, etc., etc. So I call them out, and the second thing I'm doing is I'm inviting them all to get my 7 secrets framework, okay? And this is something I mentioned here, must act as a landing page, because ultimately, social platforms, like any of them, and LinkedIn is one of the social networks, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever, Twitter, they are not that great for selling stuff. It's just imagine it's like, I learned this from Russell Brunson. So imagine like you're going to the party, and this is the social platform essentially. So you're out there having a good time, and then there's some guy that comes to the party and starts talking about this business stuff, and he starts to sell you something. Obviously you'll be turned off because you came here to have some fun. Like, you just came here to chat. There's nothing really serious. But if you want to sell stuff, you want to get people off the platform, and one of the ways is by owning traffic. So you get them off the platform, you offer them something in return. In my case, I'm offering my 7 secrets framework. So if you're an SEO and you have a specific target audience, which by the way, you have to call out in your description, which is here. Yeah, you mentioned like if you're an SEO, you work with, for example, plastic surgeons, you work with bakeries, you work with manufacturing guys, you work with dentists, we work with chiropractors, any sorts of any target audience that you have, because the smaller you are, yeah, even if you're bigger, yeah, if you're a bigger agency, you have to be very, very specific on what you're doing, because ultimately it's not about just SEO, it's ultimately about delivering the results to your potential clients, to your target audience. So you have to really call them out. So in my case, it's SEO. So in your case, if you're dentists, chiropractors, accountants, whatever, stuff like this. Okay? So the visual component is very important. And I've got my face here once again, just to grab some additional attention, because ultimately from the user experience perspective, we always look at the face first. So if you have that heat map, you'll see that people are checking out the face first and the face second. Okay? That's how it works. And then they see this then, and they got this 7 secrets framework. So once they've got this thing taken care of, they read this bit, selling SEO sucks. So again, I'm grabbing attention here because ultimately I want people to click on my profile when I leave comments. So if I go to somebody's post and leave a comment, this is the first thing they will see. Okay, I'm actually going to try to show you this thing right now. Notifications. So yeah, there we go. So you see I commented right after right here, and it says selling SEO sucks, you don't help in SEO's pros ditch sporadic sales. So right now people can already click because they read this bit, because you grab some attention, they click on my profile, and then they supposedly like go ahead and click the link. Here's the link which takes them off LinkedIn and asks them for their email, and basically makes it work like that. Okay? So all these components are really important. Once you go beyond that, you start getting this featured section. Okay? The featured section is the link again. So I'm using it to take people off the platform, so it goes the same direction. Okay? And then you have these other like featured things. So if you've got any testimonials, this is where they would go to. You would have to have like a freebie as well, where you take people, your potential target audience off LinkedIn, so you can nurture them with your email sequences afterwards. And that's how it goes. Okay? When it comes to your about section, again, make it valuable. You have like a short story here, like no need to overcomplicate things. Like I just have a brief history, so you can relate to, again, my target audience can relate to myself. And then again, I'm sending them off. So I'm sending them to my free group, where again, I have control over my target audience, my potential clients going forward. Okay, so here you can have a link that goes again to your freebie. Yeah, because it's another little tiny chance, tiny opportunity to send people off the platform and actually own the traffic. Okay, that's how it works. All this experience and all this other stuff is not that crazy important, because ultimately how you are going to secure your clients will depend on the content that you publish and on your interaction in the direct messages. But your profile must be slick. The image, visual component is super important. Call out your target audience, mention exactly what you're helping them to achieve, and make sure you grab them off the platform, because off the platform, this is where the actual selling will be happening. Okay? See you in the next video.